I'm Sophia, and I'm gonna read pages 17 through 19 on chapter 2. He padded back and forth between the stockroom and the classroom with a blank expression. Burdock's whiskers twitched with disdain, but the sight of the vole filled Twig with gloom. The class sat and listened while Professor Burdock gave instructions. Watch closely as the lead melts in your crucibles, he said sternly. It will glisten slightly and wiggle and jiggle a bit as it melts, but extremely cautiously as you pour the liquid lead into the casting form. Melted lead is heavy and very hot. Twig had no problem melting the lead. With its reluctantly low melting point, heating it was easy, but next came pouring the molten metal into a form. Professor Burdock handed Twig and Lily a small decorative-shaped ceramic dish. After the lead had cooled back into a solid, they would have a tiny lead bird. Lily carefully heated the lead chunk until it crumbled and it was viewed into a dull silvery puddle. Iris and Basil were at the adjoining workplace. Basil watched as Twig took the tongs and gingerly picked out the crunchable of melted metal. "Hey, dear toes," he said. "Carefully you don't spill any." "Steady as she goes," said Lily, ignoring Basil's taunts. "Steady, steady. You don't want me to do it. I can do it," Twig said. "You're making me nervous." Lily turned to the side and set about putting out the flame. Twig's paws were shaking as he carried the heavy, hot, smoking metal over to the mold. Just then Basil took his foot in front of Twig's. Twig stumbled slightly and hot metal flew through the air, landing on the wood table. Hopping and sizzling in all directions, one tiny globe landed on Iris' paw. "Ah!" The young squirrel squealed with pain as the molten metal burrowed through her fur. Professor Burdock raced over with some cool water while the others in the class stared at poor Iris. "Iris, I'm so sorry," squeaked Twig. "Let me help you." He reached for a wet cloth. "I think you've done quite enough," Professor Burdock said sharply with his point teeth at Twig, grabbing his cloth. "The rest of the class, keep working. Lady, you continue with the exercise. Solo. Twig, you are to leave immediately." "I'm sorry," said Professor Burdock. "I tripped, and there is no room in my classroom for incompetence. But it wasn't my fault. I tripped over Bass. Wait, we'll discuss this later. Get your things and go now." Twig glanced at Lily, who looked at him with sympathy. One step closer to Aaron Ron, near he sighed to himself.